Hey everybody, I'm Chris. Thanks for watching. You know, our goal on the channel this year is to sort of tackle like the big issues that are going on in the NFL in general, trends and things like that. But you know, sometimes you watch a lot of film and players just leap off the tape. And that is the case with a couple of unexpected rookies that I find myself being drawn to and thinking that they have really good futures ahead of them. Now, not sure those futures are now for various reasons. Circumstances may conspire against them to being, massive contributors in 2021. But just looking at their careers going forward, I'm really excited. I thought I would show you some film. Let's start out with Giants rookie receiver Kadarius Toney. This is the play where I knew we were dealing with something different in Toney. Trayvon Diggs is matched against him man-on-man, single safety back, pure man coverage, and Mike Glennon at QB. Watch Kadarius Toney's release. Just watch the first half second or so of his release, and you look at the kind of separation that Toney creates. It's something. And if we let it go, immediately Diggs is in trouble. He's trailing. And then just to add to the humiliation factor for one of the best corners in the league right now, Toney makes it look like a deep over route and then pivots back the other way and gets open by, I'm not kidding, that's like 5 yards. That's a sick release. That's a sick route. That's the moment anyone who was watching this game realized, oh boy, maybe this dude is something special. Going back to the week before that, I remembered this play, but I just sort of wanted to use it to reinforce what we learned in the Cowboy game. Here against the Saints, he's man-on-man with fellow promising rookie Paulson Adebo. Again, watch the release. My one little jab step with his right foot, and he's got Adebo in a blender. And who wouldn't be? That's a separation creator. And then Toney explodes out of the right foot cut. He's open. He gets the pass. And then what follows should have an NC-17 rating on it. Kadarius Toney, what are you doing to these professional athletes? That quickness is next level. Also, the kid sort of immediately just seems to get it. Watch him here in the slot left. He's waving at Daniel Jones because C.J. Gardner-Johnson is lined up like he's going to blitz, and Toney sees nobody else inside the middle of the field, right, and at the snap. Well, it turns out to be not true, right? Gardner-Johnson actually was faking, and he turns his body to cover Toney, but that little moment of subterfuge and hesitation has given Toney a sliver of space, which he then converts into a ridiculous in-cut, and he's open by 2 yards. This has been limited action. The kid was essentially unused for 3 weeks and has 23 career catches. But in that light action, I also think we see special ball skills. This one that we've been showing you, it's not a great route. It's an out and up. But just because of his speed, Toney's got a yard's separation. Daniel Jones winds up being under so much pressure that he can't really air it out. So the ball's underthrown, and Toney just outfights Anthony Brown. Brown's face guarding him and then sort of falling down around his ankles, and Toney is undaunted and makes the catch. Special ball skills against the Cowboys again. He's slot right, a spread out trips formation, I guess you'd say, and he doesn't give a fancy release. He just goes. It's good coverage by Jordan Lewis. Mike Glennon has kept the safeties away with some eye discipline, and then he takes the one-on-one shot, and little Kadarius Toney, 6 foot, 193-pound Kadarius Toney, goes up and makes the grab. You've already seen evidence of his speed and quickness. Well, here's more. It's an easy little pivot route out of trips left. It's a clear route that's designed for Toney and over pursuit by 3 Cowboy defenders after the catch. But then again, when you're able to jet away from 3 different defenders, maybe it's not over pursuit. Maybe it's just you who's very quick and then whoosh up the field, split 2 tacklers and almost get away for the score. Against the Saints, another slot pivot route that doesn't really fake anyone out because there's nobody on top of him. But after the catch, 2 open field cuts off of 1 foot. We talk about stop foot, go foot, right? Here's 1 cut, 2 cut, 17 yards after the catch. Kadarius Toney just goes. This one, the Giants are getting blown out at this point. Defenders are playing back, not making a big deal about the catch, but like that other Saints play we showed you earlier, he's just so quick, dancing in a phone booth, making that first tackler miss. Even this one, just in week 6 against the Rams, wide right, which I think is important that he's wide because people were speculating Toney can only be a slot guy and Sterling Shepard's return might screw things up for him. But no, not this dude. Watch him on the outside. He's got Robert Rochelle over him. The stop route is fine, like Rochelle is giving him a cushion, but watch the quickness coming out of that catch. Man, Rochelle goes flying, and there goes Toney. Big gain. Unfortunately, that play ended Toney's day against the Rams. He had been fighting an ankle injury. He re-aggravated it here. He might not be able to help the otherwise pretty helpless Giants immediately with all their other skill position injuries too. But I think just the larger point is Kadarius Toney's a star. People worried about using a first-round pick on him. I now immediately owe Dave Gettleman an apology. Toney is the real deal. He's going to be a number one weapon in the NFL for the Giants, and pretty darn soon. Hey, a quick break to thank DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring us. If you live in one of those magic states that has Sportsbook, DraftKings has you covered. New customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game, and if they do, you win $200 in free bets. And if Sportsbook isn't yet available in your state, and I can identify, you can still play DFS on DraftKings. Daily fantasy for huge cash prizes. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code HarrisTube. Bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game and win $200 in free bets. If they win, you win with promo code HarrisTube this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. So the other rookie that I wanted to show you is Bears rookie running back Khalil Herbert, thrust into the spotlight because David Montgomery got hurt and then Damian Williams caught COVID. So in week 6, the backfield was pretty much entirely Herbert's, and I was pretty blown away. I want to show you a few plays. This is the first run that made me excited about Khalil Herbert. Bears are 4 wide. The Packers have 2 safeties back. The first key man will be middle linebacker Devondre Campbell, who at the snap, you'll see he starts sort of flowing to the offensive right side because the blocking is going that way, and Herbert's going that way. And you can see Herbert seeing him. Good vision, cuts it back decisively, and he's got room. The part I really like comes next as he's broken to the second level, and that's a really nice cut off of 1 foot, sending number 42 there flying, and his acceleration just immediately sort of seems off the charts, doesn't it? It's a really nice run. On this one, it's a fine cutback. It's fine. Springing Herbert here is really more a matter of good blocking. Watch number 10, Damiere Byrd with the crackback seal. So Herbert finds the lane. A lot of running backs could find that lane. What I pay attention to here is the whoosh, the speed. It's just a little different. He's squat and his legs go fast and his upper body doesn't move that much and he just goes. I'll tell you exactly who this kind of run reminds me of. It's Aaron Jones. Now, I couldn't find like an exact analog or a close analog from this exact game because they were playing each other, right? But go back 1 week to the Bengals game. Jones's line slants left. He cuts it back right, has to avoid his own guy on the ground, but then whoosh, I guess let's not complicate it. That's called being fast. Acceleration, whoosh, whatever you want to call it. Do you see it with Herbert? Watch this bounce to the outside. Watch him see number 39, Shandon Sullivan, standing right in the hole where he wants to go. Now, there are plenty of running backs who would simply consider this play sniffed out and, hey, I'm a physical guy, and I'm going to run into Sullivan, and I'm going to see what I can get. But Herbert sees it and zooms further around the left edge and gets there so fast he can turn it up, not just run out of bounds, and gain another 15 yards. This one is a great 3-yard run from Khalil Herbert. He gets room to breathe. He gets room to cut back. It's a good job from his line building a wall, but you can only account for so many guys. And when Herbert cuts back, Rasul Douglas, number 29, is standing there waiting for him. What a move! He jumps sideways to his outside, immediately cuts it back up inside to get what he can. 3-yard gain. It's a Hall of Fame 3-yard gain instead of a 2-yard loss. And just to draw the parallel even tighter, here's Aaron Jones in the same game, approaches the line, sees an avalanche of white shirts about to land on him, and shuffles his feet to bounce away with explosion. If you meet Khalil Herbert in the hole and he's got space to get away, boy, so far it sure looks like he can get away. This is number 24, Jonathan Abram, staring Herbert down, and Herbert puts his right foot in the ground. It's not an amazing cut or anything. What I'm really talking about more is the acceleration. Like, forget it. He's getting away from you. Herbert hasn't done all that much as a receiver yet, and that's obviously where Aaron Jones is just a different kind of player. But if we just want to get into cutting and elusiveness, this little flat pass, well, it doesn't fool Jalen Smith, and okay, Jalen Smith is pretty slow, but Herbert just stops, and Smith flies past, and, I mean, he almost makes a move around a second guy, too. And this screen, it's only a 7-yard gain, but can you see Aaron Jones doing this? The moment he decides to cut, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Packers closing in on him. He stops. He makes the first one miss, accelerates away, gives the dead leg, makes another guy miss, somehow turns it into a gain. Dude is a really exciting player. Herbert was pretty much returning kicks for a month, but David Montgomery's injury put him on the map, and then Damian Williams' COVID gave him a starting job, and I thought he was awesome. Vision, quickness, most of all acceleration. Now, if you're thinking fantasy football, okay, short term, it's uncertain. Williams will probably be back now or soon or whatever, and Montgomery maybe in a couple weeks. Workload is very hard to predict. But just from an NFL perspective, I think Khalil Herbert is now on the map as a potential starting running back in the NFL. I mean, David Montgomery's good at what he does. You know, he's a big, powerful dude. He creates a ton of contact. He has lots of yards after contact. He's a strong player for sure. I don't really think he cuts that well. You know, I don't really think he makes people miss all that well. And I think it's a very small sample size, but I think Khalil Herbert does that very well. I'm really excited about his prospects. I'm also very excited about Kadarius Toney's prospects. They both have governors right now. You don't want to go crazy in the right now, but in the future, boy, I thought enough of what I saw that I thought it was worth making a video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Love to hear your comments about maybe who these players remind you of or what you think of them going forward. And we thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.